I'm not going to be on here as long as I usually am, but I'm on here again for the second time today. Okay. So today we're talking about, I wanted to cover this in a live I did a couple of days ago, but I did not get to, okay? So I'm covering it in this live. I think this is an important component. And of course, I'm here to answer more of you guys' questions. We had a live earlier today. It was so good, okay? I wanted to do another live today. I wanted to talk about the fibroid surgery manipulation, especially when it comes to fertility. Okay, like always, I am live on TikTok and I'm live on YouTube. Hi, if you're watching me for the first time, hi and welcome. If you're returning, hi, so happy that you're here. This is an important component when we talk about fibroids. There's a manipulation piece, especially when it comes to fertility. This was something that was done on me, okay? And also a lot of women, like I get questions about, what about if you want to have a baby? Should you have the surgery? We're going to talk about it today, okay? So come on in. Hey, yes. Hey, Marsha, welcome. Yes, hi, like, subscribe if you're watching from YouTube. All right, let's talk about this fertility manipulation piece when it comes to fibroid surgery. If you're returning again, hi and welcome. Yes, let's get the likes up. You know, earlier today, when I went live earlier today, we had 11,000 likes on TikTok. I would love to at least hit 5,000. I know it's later now. Well, it's really late where I am. But I would love to at least hit 5,000 on this live, okay? So I'm not going to be here as long as I was in the beginning. But let's get the likes up. We want to get more women in here. If you're watching me for the first time, put a 1 in the chat. Let me know in the chat, okay? Let's welcome you in. If you're returning, let me know in the chat as well. Thank you so much for coming, returning back, and trusting me enough to guide you on this process of womb healing. It's 3 p.m. in NYC. Okay. Okay, Marsh, do you have 2 profiles, by the way? Okay, you're new. Okay, welcome, 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 welcome. Happy that you're here. For those that are new, my name is Sasha. I am a holistic womb specialist. What I do is I help women dissolve their fibroids. Not only dissolve their fibroids, reverse chronic reproductive health conditions through my womb detoxification framework that deeply targets the root causes. Okay, that deeply targets the root causes of fibroids, of endometriosis, of adenomyosis, of fertility issues. This is why I get the results that I get when it comes to my clientele, because I help women get to the root cause. Not just skim the surface, not just focus on the fibroid. I help women actually get to the root of what caused the fibroid to develop in the first place, okay? You cannot solve any problem in life until you get to the root cause. You cannot solve, let me say that again, you cannot solve any problem in life until you get to the root cause. That's so important. So we talk about root cause healing here, okay? I'm sure that you probably haven't heard much about it online because there's so many people that just says, take this herb and your fibroids will magically disappear. Take this, supplement and your fibroids will magically disappear. Let me know in the chat if you've heard that. Listen, you still got the fibroids, hon. That's not the truth. You got to get to the root cause of what caused the fibroids to develop, okay? RCD, thank you for liking the live. Yes, let's get the likes up. We want to get more women in here, right? We want to get more women in here. Okay. Okay, Marsh, thank you for letting me know. All right, so let's talk about it today. And let me know in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you've been told that you should have fibroid surgery so that you can get pregnant. Let me know in the chat, because that's what usually gets women, right? That manipulation, and we know that surgeons sell surgery. Okay, if you have, a lot of people are not able to get pregnant when they have fibroids, depending on where the fibroid is located. The fibroids in the cervix, and a lot of women, just in general, if they have multiple fibroids, if they have large fibroids, they're not able to get pregnant. So they feel as though they have to have the surgery if they want to have children. Let's talk about it. So if that's you, let me know in the chat. Have you been told this? Like, listen, if you want to have children, you got to have the fibroid surgery. You have to have the myomectomy, okay? Have you been told that, okay? Nobody? Okay. Well, we're talking about, that's our topic today, okay? So maybe in the future, you will be told that if you haven't gotten to the root cause of your fibroids. We're talking about it today. What does that actually mean? Number 1, and is that actually true? Number 2, as somebody that's helped many women that had fibroids who could not conceive before, conceive naturally without surgery. So we're talking about it today. Okay, so a lot of women that have fibroids are told that they are not able to conceive due to the location of the fibroid, and they're being told that they have to have the surgery, right? But yes, I have a 90 mm fibroid. My doctor told me for it. Hold on, what? Myra, what are you trying to say? You say that your doctor told you that you can't conceive without having the surgery? Let me know in the chat, okay? Marsha on YouTube said she was told that. I'm live on YouTube, you guys, as well. So if you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, subscribe to our YouTube channel. How the myomectomy done? And I didn't ask you guys where you guys are watching from. That's one thing, too. TikTok, let me know where you guys are watching from. YouTube, I know Marsha's in NYC. Had a myomectomy done in 2023. Diagnosed with PCOS in 2018. I'm still not pregnant. I'm so sorry to hear that. I had a hysterectomy. Oh my man. Oh wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. Was that recently, Marsh? Okay. Now let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. The reason why, and I'm gonna answer your question. Well, that's not, it wasn't a question, it was a statement. But let me just tell you, when you guys have these myomectomies, they're not getting to the root cause of why your body developed fibroids, right? So this person said, I can't pronounce your name, so I don't want to mess it up. 𝐂𝐥𝐢𝐼. I'm gonna say, hopefully I'm saying it right. Thank you for the gift, by the way. But what she said, what she mentioned was that she was diagnosed with PCOS. These are estrogen dominant conditions. When you have fibroids, you're estrogen dominant. Let me say that again. You're estrogen dominant. So you can easily, I say this in every live, you can easily be diagnosed with another reproductive health condition, right? So fibroids and PCOS, a lot of women have both. So she said she's still not able to get pregnant. The reason is because she has not gotten to the root cause of the problem. She has not healed her hormones. You haven't reversed your hormones. You haven't reversed estrogen dominance. You haven't taken care of the internal environment in the body. So unfortunately, what happens is that it's going to be hard for you to get pregnant. You have to get to the root cause of the problem. Unfortunately, doctors don't mention this part. Doctors don't mention this part. Okay, he said you're keeping your uterus. Okay. Doctors don't mention this part, right? These surgeries do not address the root cause. And a lot of women, unfortunately, they end up getting fibroids again or another issue, right? Unfortunately. Because, a lot of times, if you had the surgery a couple years ago, women that had the surgery a couple years ago, they had fibroids again regrow. So if you don't get to the root cause of what caused the fibroid to occur, it's going to keep regrowing. So this is why you said fibroids interfere with your pregnancy. Yes. And for a lot of women, they will, unfortunately, especially as they get bigger, as they start multiplying, they start to cause issues with pregnancy. And some women are able to get pregnant, but not stay pregnant. See, that's another issue as well. You may be able to get pregnant, but not stay pregnant due to the fibroid. And a lot of women think that they have to take the fibroid out to get pregnant. No. As a matter of fact, a lot of women that take the fibroid out, they're also dealing with uterine scarring, which can also impact them from, cause them issues with getting pregnant, because these surgeries do cause scarring. They're still dealing with the internal condition that caused the fibroid to develop, right? So it's their bodies is still hormonally imbalanced, it's still depleted. It's a lot going on in the body. So, thank you for the rose, 𝐂𝐥𝐢𝐼. You got to get to the root cause of the problem. It's not about you having surgery or not having surgery. But IVF was unsuccessful. That's another thing too. Y'all, that's another thing too. IVF is, okay. Thank you for your comment. IVF, okay. let me, because this is, again, what I'm going to say to you is what you guys, a lot of you guys, especially if you guys are new, you haven't heard before, and it's going against what your doctor told you. I need you guys to know that when it comes to the fertility industry in the US, in the world, it's a multi-billion-dollar industry. They get profit off you not knowing about your body. Most women don't know and understand their bodies, right? As women, as humans, we were designed to get pregnant. So when we're not able to get pregnant, there's something wrong. The hormones are out of balance, are out of whack. There's something wrong with the internal environment. There's not something wrong with you. There's something wrong with the systems in your body. They're not working the way they're supposed to. So IVF, the reason why I was unsuccessful, and let me just say this too, women, IVF is not something you actually want to do. I'm saying that with love, because when we're dealing, okay, so when you're not able to get pregnant, more than likely that means that our systems in our body are overloaded. Our hormones are out of balance. We're dealing with estrogen dominance. So then you go through IVF, which we know it fuses with a lot of synthetic hormones within the body. It causes It's very hard on the body, and it's not the natural way. So we're literally infusing synthetic hormones into our body. I had a client that previously did IVF, and it literally shut her kidneys down. Your body goes through hell, right? I do not recommend by any means IVF. I recommend actually getting, I know that's going to be hard for some people to hear, getting to the root cause of why your body is not able to get pregnant. Supporting your organs, supporting the liver, supporting the kidneys, right? Supporting the elimination organs. There's a reason why you're not able to get pregnant. So IVF, yes, sometimes it has a 37% success rate, right? So but instead of going to IVF, if you have these issues, if you have fibroids, if you have PCOS, why are we just wanting to get pregnant, by any means necessary? That's one thing too. Why don't we want to actually have a healthy pregnancy, be at our optimum level of health before having children? Can I ask y'all a question? Because sometimes I think the reason we want to get pregnant is for our own ego. So sometimes I think the reason why we want to get pregnant is for our own ego. And it's not because we really care about our health and the health of the baby. I'm going to be honest with y'all. Y'all got to stop this. Have you covered fibroids? We're about to. Wait around. We about to. I had fibroids for 25 years. I don't want a hysterectomy. Classy, if you want to let me know your question about fibroids, let me know. The reason why you have, and I'm so sorry that you've dealt with fibroids for 25 years. That's a long time. And you're not the only one. There's some women that's 40 years, 10 years. But it doesn't have to happen, right? Because you haven't gotten to the root cause of why your body developed fibroids. Nobody should be signing up to get their uterus snatched. Especially if you're a black woman. Well, any woman, honestly. Because if you're a black woman, they pressure you a little bit. They pressure you more to get your uterus snatched. But that's for a reason. Don't get me started on that. Nobody should be signing up to get their uterus snatched up. Because if you have fibroids and you remove your uterus, you still have what caused the fibroids to develop in the body. Your body is still estrogen dominant. You still have a ton of waste in the body. You still have a ton of toxins in the body. You still have the liver that's overloaded. So what's it going to do? It's going to manifest into another health issue, another estrogen-dominant health issue. And this is why women that have hysterectomies have horrible health, right? From their hormones start jacking up. They have horrible emotional health a lot of times because you just took away an important organ in your body. So now your hormones start becoming jacked up. Okay? How do I reduce them? Okay, just hold on now. Hold on, facts. Hold on. Is it true that women have low risk of getting fibroids or cysts if they have children younger? No. And thank you for asking that. Is it true that women have low risk of getting fibroids or cysts if they have children younger? Absolutely not. That has nothing to do with it. You can have children at 12 and still get fibroids and cysts. No. That's something I've heard not in America, but people say in like African countries, in Jamaica, like Caribbean countries. That's a myth. Y'all have to stop believing that. I've heard that myth before, but it's a complete myth. It has nothing to do with what age you had children. Whether you had children at 12 or in your 40s and 50s, it has nothing to do with that. Okay? Women that have children young, they're still my clients too. Whether they have grown children, they have the children young, or whether they have no children. Right? So I've been doing this for a long time. I worked with women that have fibroids, so I know what I'm talking about. Hold on, Marsha, I'm gonna get to your comments. Okay? You said that. Okay. I was told to get a hysterectomy or get on birth control. Birth control, anything I can do naturally, absolutely. Classy, getting to the root cause of the problem. Getting to the root cause of why your body developed fibroids. I know it's been a long time. Getting to the root of addressing this naturally. But that's not going to take you doing one thing. And a lot of women think that when they have fibroids, what do I do naturally? You got to change your entire life. What are you talking about? You got to change your entire life. Because the reason why you have the fibroids is because of your lifestyle. It's because of even your thoughts, the inflammation in your body being in a state of stress. It's not just doing one thing. Y'all have to get out of that. You have to make entire lifestyle shifts, right? So when you guys can't just ask, what causes them though? Okay. Hold on. I think that's a guy, but when your body's in a state of stress, when your hormones are out of balance, when the liver and the kidneys, the elimination organs are overloaded, when we're holding on to trauma, right? When we're holding on to emotional trauma, in the body. Can we get some? I said our goal is 5,000 likes, by the way, but we 3,000. We almost there. Okay, I'm 48. Okay, and we had somebody the other day in their 60s that said they had fibroids. Okay, yes. So women in their 60s or 70s are also have fibroids too. Unfortunately, there was a woman that came on my live not too long ago. 70s, it was dealing with fibroids for 40 something years. So this is a real thing that women are having to deal with for decades and decades and decades of their life. But because they're not getting to the root cause of the problem, you have to get to the root cause of the problem. I had an abdominal myomectomy, almost 50 fibroids removed, have not been able to get pregnant since. 50 fibroids is crazy. How long were you growing those fibroids? How long were they there? Because you know why you're not able to get pregnant? Because you have not gotten to the root cause of why your body developed fibroids. I'm going to keep saying it. I'm going to keep saying it. I'm going to keep saying it. Getting to the root cause, right? Can you please tell me what is the solution? I have two to that. What's the solution for what? I just said, I've been saying get into the root cause, get into the root cause of the problem, get into the root cause of the problem 100 times, right? Addressing your hormonal health. If your hormones are out of balance, your body's going to be out of balance. And when you're dealing with fibroids, you have a series of hormones that are out of balance, not just estrogen and progesterone, a series of hormones that are out of balance. Cortisol, insulin, and they start with the foundational hormones. And if you're on my email list, I broke that down this morning. I broke that down this morning, the foundational hormones. But you guys are so worried about estrogen and progesterone, but it starts with the foundation. So if we have fibroids, you have to, like I said, regulate the cortisol, which is just that stress hormone, and the insulin, because the cortisol is dysregulated, so is the insulin, okay? I don't care what the tests say, because a lot of times these tests are not revealing that you guys have issues until it gets bad enough, right? When I had a myomectomy, my doctor left some because of where it was located, so I could still, okay, that happens sometimes too. That happens, unfortunately. Doctors will leave some depending on the location. Why do doctors say once you start seeing your period, the fibroids days up? Oh, once you, okay, you're talking about my menopause. That's another thing. If you guys, I think everybody on my live is new. If you guys are, is new, but I'm happy that you all are here. I'm so happy that y'all are here. God sent y'all here, okay, because, you're new. Okay, when we talk about menopause, ladies, fibroids do not shrink in menopause. I need y'all to know that. Fibroids, you're new. Okay, hi. I'm happy that y'all are here. Fibroids do not shrink in menopause. I need y'all to get that embedded in your mind, because I don't know why doctors are still letting you guys know that, telling you guys that lie in 2025, almost 2026. Actually, as a matter of fact, the majority of women being diagnosed with fibroids are either perimenopause or menopause. I didn't say all, but majority of women, that is the highest growing number of women that have fibroids. Menopausal women, and perimenopausal women, okay? So this is something you have to realize. Fibroids can go on to you in your 70s, damn, even 80s. It's not something that goes away. You have, until you get to the root cause of the problem. It's not, so you will continuously suffer with these fibroids until they will keep growing back. You have the surgery, they will keep growing back. You have the surgery, they will keep growing back until you get to the root cause of the problem. Hey, Jessica, exactly. Too many women think menopause is the magic solution. It's not. Menopause. Do you have women in their 30s saying, well, I'm just going to wait till menopause before I do anything about my fibroids? And that you are setting yourself up for decades of suffering. Do you guys understand that when you have fibroids, your body is compromised? It's not just a uterine problem. It's a full body issue. So for ladies that have fibroids for years and years and years, I'm sure your whole entire health is breaking down. It's not just your uterus. It's your health. Your hormones are out of balance. You're more than likely extremely anemic, right? It affects some of you guys can't get pregnant. It affects your liver's overloaded. That's something the doctor won't tell you until it gets really, really bad. Your kidneys your body's not like your body's filtration is off. Your body's filtration system is off. Your body's made to detoxify itself every single day. And when you have fibroids, your system is so overloaded that the organs that are supposed to help your body remove waste is not able to efficiently do so. You have a lot of waste circulating in your body, right? A lot of toxic endocrine strands, toxic estrogen strands circulating in your body, throwing everything off, throwing your whole system off. This is why women that have fibroids, it's never just fibroids. It's always fibroids in another health condition. Okay? So it's important that you know and understand that. That's why I said the focus should not be on getting pregnant right now. The focus should be on getting your health together. Getting your health together, taking 3 to 6 months, getting your body healthy, shrinking those fibroids before we get pregnant. Why are we getting pregnant with fibroids? Why are we going into pregnancy in an unhealthy body? Why? You're so welcome. Okay, how do I get to the root cause? I'm having all of these issues. I say that almost every live stream. You get to the root cause by getting your body out of a state of stress, getting your body out of adjusting your inflammation. Because if you have fibroids, you're inflamed. And honestly, if you want the blueprint, get on the email list. I talk about this on my email list all the time. Also, working on the lymphatic system, working on the organs in the body, the elimination organs in the body that are overloaded. You got to support that. The gut, you got to support that. Getting your body to a point where it's detoxifying every single day. Healing your hormonal health, right? That's important. Okay, that's important. Nadine, getting to the root cause of the problem. Are you just coming in? You must just be coming in. Okay, so here's the thing. Doctors will tell you, listen, doctors will let you know, listen, you got to have surgery because if you don't have surgery and you have fibroids, you're not going to be able to have a child. But let me just tell you this. What they're not going to tell you is that you're going to any herbal teas. No, I didn't mention any herbal teas, and I don't, because here's the thing: herbs don't heal. Herbs are great; they help the healing process. Don't get me wrong, but they're not going to get rid of the fibroid. Some of you guys have 10-centimeter fibroids, and you think that a tea is going to get rid of it. No, okay. So I don't mention teas and all that stuff. I can recommend some of you have low iron, but I don't mention that stuff because here's the thing: I'm all about getting getting to the root cause of the problem. I'm not about you. Let's try this one product and it's gonna get rid of your fibroids. That's not how it works. I know you guys hear that all over TikTok. I know you guys hear that all over online. That's why my clients actually get real results. It's a transformation, an entire lifestyle transformation. You gotta get to the root of why your body developed fibroids. You cannot engage in the same toxic habits and think that the fibroids will magically go away. Okay, I know some of you guys want to. You still want to live your toxic lifestyle. It's not going to work like that. It's not going to work. We're talking about actual tumors here. Tea ain't going to cut it. I'm sorry. Okay? My gut is wrecked and I have 2 9-centimeter fibroids. Hormones are out of whack. Chanel, it's not just you. If you have fibroids, your gut is backed up by default. That because your body cannot develop fibroids unless your elimination organs are backed up, including your gut. Okay? What are my options? Your options are getting to the root cause of the problem and getting rid of this problem and not going another 26 years with fibroids. And that's your options, right? That if you want the rest of your life to be healthy and to be happy, I'm not telling you what I think, I'm telling you what I know. I'm telling you what I know. You want a healthy existence because when you have fibroids, your health is not good. Your body is compromised. It's not just your uterine health, okay? So your options are getting to the root cause of the problem and getting rid of fibroids, period. Doing this the natural way, but you have to be ready to commit and be disciplined and change. It is not just you taking one product. No, ma'am. It's not that. Okay? Hey, Suki. So tell me what I need to do, friend. I said it 100 times in this live, getting to the root cause of the problem. Okay? Getting to the root cause of why your body developed fibroids. Okay? If you want personalized help, I do offer that. Side note, we do have a 6-week womb healing experience that is open. Okay, that is open just for tonight. That we are starting tomorrow, and I'm so excited about that. Where I'm helping women get to the root cause of their fibroids. I'm helping women shrink large fibroids in 6 weeks and eliminate smaller fibroids in 6 weeks, and helping them get to the root cause of their fibroids. Okay, so if you've been, thinking about it, some of you guys are new, some of you guys are returning. Some of you guys are watching in the background. If you've been eyeing the 6-week womb healing experience, we start tomorrow. Okay, if you want to work with me till the end of the year, let's get healthy. Let's heal your hormones. Let's get to the root cause of why your body developed fibroids. Let's shrink all these fibroids. I just had somebody come on my live 2 days ago that said that she's fibroid. Literally, if you watched my live 2 days ago, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, the replays on my YouTube channel, literally 2 days ago, come on my live. It said that 3 of her fibroids went away, gone. She no longer needs surgery. She no longer needs surgery. 3 of her fibroids, because she followed the instructions that in one of my courses. She followed the instructions in one of my courses. You don't have to suffer. And I'm not telling you what I think. I'm telling you what I know, because I've had many, at this point, probably hundreds of women that I've helped. Not just even personally, even through my workshops, through that taking my courses that work with me personally, that have gotten rid of fibroids, because I've studied fibroids for many in reproductive health conditions and healing your hormones for many years. I'm not new to this. Look at our testimonials, okay, on my page if you're new. Look at our testimonials. So I say all this to say, y'all need to stop playing it. Majority of the fibroid advice out there, unfortunately, is false. I see it. Take this herb, the fibroids will go away. Take this. No. You have to change what caused the fibroid to develop, right? Because if you have fibroids, those hormones are out of balance, the lymphatic system is congested. This is why you have all sorts of health issues. Your gut's backed up. You have anemia. You're bleeding half to death. Let's get real. You taking a tea ain't gonna solve that, right? So I'm here for women, not quick. We don't do quick fixes over here. We do total healing. We don't do quick fixes over here. That's not gonna get you healthy. And I know we live in a society where we want microwave results, microwave healing. No, that's not gonna work. Some of you guys are old enough to know that. Okay, you love this. Okay? Suki, you said you just had a myomectomy. I'm happy that you're here. If you would have watched this beforehand, you wouldn't have had that myomectomy. I'm happy that you're here. But what we want to do is prevent another one, prevent them fibroids from growing back, because guess what? They do typically after a myomectomy, they do grow back. So we have to start ASAP on getting to the root causes of our fibroids, because you still are estrogen dominant. You still will have what caused fibroids you still have that. Surgery doesn't take that away. This is why y'all grow fibroids right after the surgery, okay? If you're watching from YouTube, click the thumbs up button. I'm begging my coworker not to do surgery, but she wants to get rid of her uterus. Marsh, because I know your story, you know how you can, I say this, if you have fibroids, focus on you first. Focus on yourself first. Stop focusing on what everybody else is doing, the decisions everybody else made. Because my client, I had people that always tell me, I'm so worried about this person, and they still have fibroids. I'm like, do you do the work and get rid of your fibroids first? And that you doing that will show everybody that it's possible, right? There's nobody in my life that I know personally that after I went through my healing process has had surgery, because they know that it's very possible. Why would I put myself through pain of surgery when I know it's possible? So you have to be the example to the people in your life that this is possible. So you do the work first before you start. You can't have the fibroids and tell people not to have surgery. You still have the fibroids. They're looking at you as an example. So you go through the healing process first and get rid of your fibroids, okay? So, but you got to focus on you first. Let's focus on everybody else around you, okay? Focus on your healing first. You heal. When you heal first, when you heal yourself, you heal everybody around you, period, okay? So, yes, we don't want the fibroids again. We don't want those fibroids again. We do not want those fibroids again. So, listen up. If you have fibroids, your body is inflamed. You're minerally depleted, right? Your body's out of balance. And I always say this, a woman that has hormones that are out of balance is an out of balance woman. You know, as women, we're like this with our hormones, our hormonal health, right? So when your hormones are out of balance, that affects all your bodily functions, from your brain chemistry to your menstrual cycles, to your fertility, to your gut health, right? To your liver. It affects all your body's functions. So a woman that is hormonally out of balance is out of balance. It's an out of balance woman. And if you have fibroids, you're hormonally out of balance by default. Okay? That's why when you're healing your womb, you're not just getting rid of fibroids, you're healing your body. This is why I say, why go into pregnancy unhealthy with jacked up hormones? You're going into pregnancy already with jacked up hormones, this is why women that have fibroids have such a high risk pregnancy, instead of you doing the work and healing your body naturally. Okay? That's important. And if you guys have questions, let me know in the chat. It's important. You got to get to the root cause of the problem and stop playing around. I know that this is TikTok culture, is let's look for hacks. You doing the hacks and still have the fibroid. You doing the hacks and still have the fibroids. No, actually heal your body. Get to the root cause of fibroids. Developed for a reason. They did not just develop out of the blue. They did not just develop because you're unlucky. They did not just develop because they're genetic. Yes, you could be more predisposed to fibroids, but they developed in your body for a reason. They developed in your body for a reason. Your lifestyle, right? You holding on to trauma. You not healing emotionally. You suppressing trauma, okay? And not healing emotionally. There's many different reasons, right? And your body was showing you signs for years. Some of you guys, even for decades, your body was showing you signs through your menstrual cycle, through your symptoms, but you didn't recognize the signs. You were, unfortunately, America, especially in America, bad health has been normalized. Bad health has been normalized. Is it stress and trauma not being dealt with? Absolutely. If you're not dealing with your stress and trauma, you guys know that creates sickness in the body. Absolutely. 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 If you're not dealing with your stress or your trauma, that literally creates disease in the body, right? So you think you can be holding on to trauma and that your body's not going to be, your health is not going to be impacted by that? Do you know everything's connected, right? So even if you're in toxic relationships, you guys know that destroys your health. A lot of women have fibroids because they've been in toxic relationships. They got fibroids after having a really bad divorce. They had fibroids during a death in the family. They got fibroids. So it's different. They had fibroids. They developed fibroids after COVID, right? COVID was very traumatic time for a lot of people, right? So typically it's during a very stressful time in your life that you develop an actual fibroid. But your body was out of balance for years. It's just that the stressful event was what pulled the trigger for the fibroids to actually develop, okay? So it's important. Women don't understand their bodies, and it's to their own detriment. Women do not understand their bodies, and it's to their own detriment, right? This is why women's health is literally as a collective is in the toilet. Women either have fibroids or endometriosis or perimenopause or, PCOS or very horrible cycles. I'm tired. And we think that that's normal. That's not normal. It's not normal. And we're passing down this toxicity to the children. This is why these babies are getting their periods earlier and earlier, going through puberty. That's not normal. That's not normal. That's not normal. So if we don't heal ourselves, then our children will suffer. We will suffer, and our children will suffer, and our children's children will suffer. Okay? So I want to say that. Does anybody have any, y'all quiet, anybody have any questions? Hopefully I didn't skip anybody's question. I'm trying to go back to see if I had your products or program. What do you mean? I don't sell products because no product can heal. I actually work with women. So I have programs. I have self-study courses that take you through the process of healing. Okay, so if you want to work with me, the link is in my bio. We have our 6-week womb healing experience that is open that we start tomorrow, right? During the winter season, fibroids are at their worst. The symptoms are normally at their worst during the winter time. So that's because the lymphatic system is slow. It's moved slower during the wintertime, during the cold season. This is why your periods tend to be heavy. During the winter season, your hormones start going crazy during the winter season. Let me know if you've noticed that. Your bleeding starts to be worse during the winter season. Your pain during your cycles, your periods may be longer. The most fibroid hospitalizations occur during the winter season, right? This is why I wanted to do this round of the 6-week womb healing experience to completely help women heal their wombs, to completely help women transform their womb health, right? So that they can be in a program, they can be in a group of women that are also on the same journey, right? Instead of in the background dealing with, seasonal depression, I know women that have fibroids because during the winter seasons, I was miserable. I used to have a fibroid belly. I had seasonal depression. So this program allows you to come into a space where you're being helped, you're being guided through the healing process, and you have hope that to come out on the other side that, listen, you don't have to forever deal with these fibroids. There's hope. There's a light there as your body's healing. And the beauty of it is that your body is very powerful. Your body can completely dissolve tumors, but you got to get out of it this way. You got to change the internal environment in the body. Your body is very powerful. You can't just do that by drinking a damn tea, right? Or taking a supplement. You got to change the internal environment in your body. Get to the root cause of the problem. And that does take work. And you have to understand and know what you're doing. Okay. I'm also streaming live from YouTube for the ones that are just coming in. I think my mom had them. I believe that she died. I'm so sorry. And I was in a toxic relationship. Then had my dad died a couple months later is when I developed my, I'm so sorry. Trauma, that type of trauma will do it. I thought I was crazy because it seemed that wintertime is when it gets worse. Thank you for clarifying that. Yeah, the fibroids get 10 times worse during the wintertime. The fibroids get 10 times worse because your lymphatic system is moving slower, right? So when you're dealing with fibroids, your elimination organs are already overloaded, right? Your body's not getting rid of waste like it's supposed to. So what tends to happen is that as it gets colder, you notice that your body's even more sluggish. You notice that your periods are worse. You have worse cramps. You have worse, the symptoms are worse, right? You're dealing with more extreme bloating because your body is moving slower because of the colder season, right? So that's why it's important for you to, when you're on your journey to get rid of fibroids, when you're getting to the root cause of the problem, you're going to notice that your body starts to move faster. Like when I say waste moves through your body faster, which is what you want when you have fibroids, right? So that we can heal. We can heal. Okay. But no, you're not crazy. Women, if they really pay attention to their bodies, they're going to notice that their symptoms are worse during the wintertime. The bleeding is worse during the wintertime. The pain is worse during the wintertime. The bloating is worse during the wintertime. They're going to notice that. Okay. So if your body's already out of balance, I'm not talking about healthier women. I'm talking about women that already have fibroids or endometriosis or these reproductive health conditions. Okay. So it's important that you understand that. One of the students at my job, she's only 9 years old and has a period. Yeah, and we've normalized that. That was unheard of 50 years ago, 100 years ago. 9 years old. Some of you guys may have had your period at 9 years old, or your daughters may have had it. That's not normal. That's not normal. That's estrogen dominance happening at a young age. And girls that's had their period earlier, they're more likely to develop fibroids. They're more likely to have fertility issues. They're more like, this is what studies say. It's important that you guys understand and know your bodies. It's too many women that have daughters that don't understand their bodies, and it's scary. It's scary. It's scary. Women's health is in the toilet. And I'm tired. Like I'm tired, right? Because I do this work. I love what I do. And I love putting the power back into women's hands when it comes to their health. Because a lot of women think that they're powerless, and you're not powerless. You can take control of your reproductive health, but you have to actually want to, right? That calls for you to change. It calls for you to have more discipline and be committed and to change, and to not just go back to your bad habits. Your bad habits are your comfort zone. You can't live there anymore and think that you're going to heal. So if you don't want decades of bad health, of your body breaking down, of horrible perimenopausal symptoms, of horrible menopause symptoms, it's just years of compounded toxicity, right? How much for the 6-week program? I'm seeing it's $2,000. It's 2,000 USD. And you can either pay, if you want to, you can pay half and pay another half. You could do a payment plan. We do have payment plans. You pay half up front, and then you pay the other half in a month. We also have Klarna Afterpay and Affirm available at checkout, okay? So it is, the 9K is the value that it's worth, okay? Because what we do for 6 weeks is transformative work. We don't play around with that, okay? You have to be, I only take women that's committed to healing. If you just come in there, I just want to know what herb get rid of fibroids. That's not the program. It's not for you. We're not doing that. We're actually healing for real. We're not playing around. Okay. And you work with me for the rest of the year. The rest of the year. There's plenty of testimonials. Plenty. Okay. So Cousin Kara, I'm happy that you asked. Okay. If you even look at the pinned post in my TikTok, because you must not look through my TikTok, you'll see testimonials. You see a woman, literally, you see her words. She took the 6-week womb healing experience. She had a huge fibroid belly. Her fibroid belly was literally the size of an 8-month pregnancy. It was that because her uterus was so big. It was huge. And she literally, you see the before and after picture. So she worked with me for 6 weeks. I swear, listen, by week 4, and you can see the before and after picture, that fibroid belly almost completely dissolved in 4 weeks. In 4 weeks. Because she came in, she's from the UK. She came in, she wasn't playing any games. She came in ready to work. Whatever she said, whatever you have, because I'm tired of suffering. I'm tired. And her doctor was like, oh, you're in perimenopause. It's normal. It's not normal. All of her symptoms went away. And she had a healthy cycle during the 6 weeks. After the cycle that she had before that was 2 weeks, her in bed, couldn't even move. And the doctor was like, oh, it's perimenopause. No. All of those symptoms went away when she did the work to heal, when she got to the root cause of the problem. That's just one testimonial. Another testimonial. This was not too, actually, just a couple days ago, this woman took a course, okay? She didn't work with me. She took one of our self-study courses. She said all 3 of her fibroids went away. Went away. She canceled her surgery. She thanked me for saving her life, and I have the screenshots to prove it. Because if you was on that live, you know I was screenshotting. Okay, I was screenshotting what she was saying because you said it's a testimonial, right? And also, too, you can look at that live. It's on my YouTube channel. Another testimonial of the 6 week woman. We can go on for days. I had a woman. She came to me. She had fibroids, and her periods were hell. She was in her 40s, and she wants to have a child. And she was like, her periods were so bad, so bad. She had no energy after her cycle. During her cycle, she would have to wear adult diapers during her cycle, like some of you guys may that have fibroids. She couldn't function because the anemia was so bad. Literally by week 4, it was either 4 or 5. She had her period during the program, and she was like, it was 4. She has her video testimonials on my page as well. It was 4 days long. She could just wear a regular pad. She had energy, right? She felt so much better. And it's not even just her period. She just felt so much better. She was no longer in pain all the time. So when you're healing your womb, you're healing your body. Do you know that? You're not just healing you're healing your body. You're healing your entire body. So for the ones that say we have testimonials, we have tons. If you go to the link in my bio, click on the 6 week womb healing experience. Read in the description, you're going to see screenshots, you're going to see testimonials. And we have tons on my TikTok page as well. All right. And YouTube, scroll down our shorts. We got tons of testimonials there. Our videos, scroll down our community tab. Okay. My surgery is scheduled for February 5th. The payment has to be in full before the program starts. No, it could be half. It could be half. The program starts tomorrow, by the way. But you can pay half and then the other half in 30, like in a month. And also, too, we do have Klarna Afterpay and Affirm to help with payments as well, okay? FYI. But if my goal for you, if you join, you're going to, on your own, cancel that surgery because you're going to feel so much better. You're going to notice shrinkage. You're going to notice your periods get better and all your symptoms go away. I had many women that work with me that said they canceled their surgery, okay? I've been spotting between cycles since before having a C-section. Doctor says it's hormonal. Yeah, it's hormonal imbalance. Heal your hormones, hon. That's my advice. Heal your hormones. You have to restore your hormonal balance, okay? I had mine at 14. That was considered late. That's not late. Research what age was normal 50 years ago or 100 years ago. That's not... I just said the price earlier. It's $2,000 for the 6 week womb healing experience, right? It's a commitment, but this program offers lifetime value. So what you learn in 6 weeks will stay with you, right? It's information that you can pass on to family members, to your daughters, to help heal other people in your life, right? So it's $2,000 USD. For those that are out of the country, it's USD, okay? Again, so let me know if you guys have any other questions. We start tomorrow. I know this week is Thanksgiving. We start tomorrow, okay? I'm going to say this with love. If, some of you guys, I'm not saying cancel Thanksgiving, but all of that crap you don't need to be eating. It's going to grow your fibroids even more and worsen the effects. I'm in Spain. So thank God they don't celebrate Thanksgiving over here. The holiday is the gluttony of it all. Like we don't have enough health problems. Don't get me started on Thanksgiving. 29 and I was spotted in between cycles. Me and my partner have been trying. If you've been trying, you definitely need to be working with me, Kara. You definitely need to be working with me. Look at our pregnancy testimonials. Go look, click the link in my bio. Look at our client case study. The woman that got pregnant at 40, after years of infertility, she had fibroids, blocked tubes, uterine scarring due to having 2 previous myomectomies. She had even precancerous cells in her cervix. Oh my goodness. They thought she even had cervical cancer. And then look at her reading after she worked with me for 6 months in our Detoxify Your Womb program. So if you trying, like I said earlier, get your body healthy first. Okay? How can we shrink fibroids with food? You can't only shrink fibroids with only food. What will your Thanksgiving dinner look like? I would not be having Thanksgiving dinner. I'm in Spain. Okay, away from family. I would not be having. Now, some of my friends over here are doing a little something that's also American. But me and a couple of my friends, we're bringing healthy foods. And let me tell you what my Thanksgivings usually look like. First of all, me and my sister are plant-based. So we bring the healthier foods. The ones that want to have the turkey, but we bring healthier foods. We bring vegetable pasta. We made different. She's made vegan cornbread. Different things. Instead of actual cauliflower wings, that's one of our the things that we all love. Actually, the whole family loves. So we bring our dishes. I just have like a little plate. Like I don't sit there and eat plates of food. Like I haven't done that in over a decade. I hate gluttony. I despise gluttony. Gluttony is a sin, but don't get me started. Don't get me started. Even if you're not religious, it literally kills you to eat all that damn greasy food. I hate it. Oh my God, I hate it. It makes me itch. Like, why? The sickest country in the world. What are we doing? What are we doing? And you guys that have fibroids and y'all eating like that, don't get me started on that. I'm 45, fibroids 10 centimeters, no symptoms. I need it. My stomach is huge. Tamara, that's a symptom. If you have a large uterus, because the reason why your stomach is huge is due to you having an enlarged uterus. That's a symptom. Okay, so you do have symptoms. Okay, what do you need? What do you need? Let me know what you need. So Kira, I want you to click the link in my bio. All the information you need to know about the program is there. Okay, because you've asked a lot of questions about it. I keep telling you, click the link in my bio. Everything you need to know about the program is there. If you've read everything, you still have questions, come back. Okay, that's why I take time to put the descriptions. Okay, you're welcome. You're welcome. You need help? Okay. What do you need help with? If you need help on getting rid of fibroids, if you want personalized help, I just said my 6-week womb healing experience. Right? We have ways to help you here. If you just want it, for those that are just watching, you're not ready to work with me, get on the email list, right? I also have a 7-day free fibroid healing series, right? When you join my email list, get on my email list, okay? If you're watching from TikTok, get on the email list. If you're watching, the link is in my bio to subscribe. If you're watching from YouTube, the link to get on my email list is in my description box, okay? Get on the email list so you can learn more about what's going on with your body. You guys have to learn. It's not just about how to get rid of fibroids. First, learn about what's going on when you have fibroids. What's going on in your body when you have fibroids, okay? But anyway, I didn't want this live to be super long because I went live earlier today. And you guys, as you can see behind me, it's late over here. I'm in Spain, so it's like after, it's almost 10 o'clock. My goodness. Any other questions before we go? If you want to work with me in the 6-week womb healing experience, come on. Get on our email list. The link is in my bio. Also, join the program, okay? We start tomorrow. Let's onboard you tonight and let's get started. You can either pay in half or you can pay the full amount. And then also, too, we have Klarna, Afterpay, and Affirm. If you want to learn more about the program, click the link in my bio. Everything you need to know about the program is there. And if you still have questions after that, message me on TikTok or send me an email, okay? I'm going to the bio now. I have multiple vitamin deficiencies. Unfortunately, it's not just you. If you have fibroids, then by default, you're minerally deficient. You're also chronically dehydrated. You're also dehydrated on the cellular level, right? These are tumors, and it's not just a fibroid. It's a full body issue when you have fibroids, right? So it's not just, you're not the only one that's minerally, have several vitamin deficiencies. Women that have fibroids, women that have endometriosis, PCOS, they have that, right, as well. That's why fibroids is no joke. It's no joke. It will literally destroy your health. And if you guys have had fibroids for any number of years, your health has gotten, your health has gotten worse and worse and worse as time went on. I know when I was dealing with fibroids, I was going through it. And I was only in my 20s. My health was horrible. It was horrible. I had no energy. Horrible. That's no way to live. That's no way to live. I don't care if you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s. That's no way to live. Okay? And like I said earlier, menopause does not take away fibroids. It will get worse in menopause. Ask women that's going through it. Okay? All right, ladies. That's all. Okay? I'll see some of you guys tomorrow. At the 6-week womb healing experience. We have our first group call this week. Okay? And that's it. That's all I got. Okay? For this live stream. Join my email list. If you want to know when I'm going live, if you want more information about, working with me, if you want to learn more about fibroids and what's going on in your body when you have fibroids, join our email list, subscribe. I have fibroids. It's caused me to bleed heavily. I want to shrink them, but I still bleed heavy. Can I do the self one? You can. Kira, you can. You can do the fibroid eliminator course. You absolutely can. Okay? You absolutely can. So what is your question? Thick and thickness. I'm trying to understand what your question is. I know that okay, so let me just break that down. So I think I know what you're trying to say. Fibroids, yes, having fibroids can cause you to bleed heavier. However, the beauty of when you're actually healing, no matter how big your fibroids is, you had fibroids that strengthened naturally. I dissolved them naturally. I had my whole fibroid healing story, my whole story on YouTube, okay? I didn't shrink them, I dissolved them. I got rid of them 100%. Okay, I had fibroids not once, but twice. Went through surgery the first time, bad decision. Guess what? They grew right back. That's why I know they grow right back. And I went on a journey I worked under people, studied, researched my butt off. I wasn't like y'all, how do I get rid of fibroids? I researched. Where does fibroids come? Why do they develop in the body? Why? Because I got them not once, but twice. So I was serious. I just Google. No. I did the real research. I studied under people. I wasn't playing. I read books. I've been doing this for years. That's why I get the results that I get when it comes to class. I've been doing this for years. What if they classify? What is, I don't understand that question. Okay. But, so thick and thickness, when you have fibroid symptoms, and that's one of the symptoms are bleeding heavily, right? The beauty of doing this work, when you get to the root cause of the problem, that you're going to see your symptoms complete. You're going to get rid of your symptoms before you actually get rid of the actual fibroid. So a lot of people are, and I did a video about this. I'm going to post it tomorrow. A lot of people you stop eating processed foods, I would assume very high. Of course. If I didn't, I would still have fibroids. Of course. But Kiara, if you want to know about my personal story, it's on my YouTube channel. I recorded it a couple years ago. It's on my YouTube channel, okay? My personal story. But I want you to worry about you, okay? I'm saying this with love. I want you to worry about you. I've already gotten rid of fibroids, okay? I want you to worry about you. It caused me to be anemia. Yeah, you're not, okay. I don't have energy. I'll be so weak. I tried everything. Oh, okay, so let me ask you. When you say you've tried everything, thick and thickness, what have you tried? Because I get this a lot, and I was just talking about this in the beginning of the live. Okay? Let me go and do my research. We believe more when we hear testimonies. I completely understand. And I tell everybody, do research. Please research me. Please. Please. And research everybody that you see online that's talking about fibroids. Please. Absolutely, you should. You should. Before you invest in somebody, research them. Look at the testimonials. Look. That's why I post them. Okay? So please. My coworker discouraged me because she said she tried everything and it didn't work. And I felt like when women say they try, and I had so much content on this, it's not even funny. When women say they tried everything, they mean they took a herb. I'm gonna tell you what you probably tried. And let me know thickness if I'm right too. You probably tried a couple herbs. You probably tried a couple supplements. You probably that said they got rid of fibroids. You probably tried acupuncture. You probably tried fasting. You probably tried detox, right? Let me know if I'm right. What have you purchased, thick and thickness? What exactly have you purchased? Okay, I'm gonna say this: have you actually purchased something that helps you get to the core of what caused the fibroids, or is it just surface level stuff? Is it just, oh, I'm gonna take this tea, I'm gonna do this detox, I'm gonna do this fast, I'm gonna do this cleanse? That's not getting to the core of why your body developed fibroids. Let me know in the chat if I'm wrong. Because when I tried everything, I always ask, what have you tried? What have you tried? Because this is, what exactly have you tried? Let me know in the chat. I'm waiting. I'm waiting, okay? When I hear people that says, I've tried a lot of things, ask them, what have they tried? Ask them, don't just believe everything you hear at face value. Ask them deeper questions, right? What exactly have you tried? I bet you it's going to be a fast, a detox, a cleanse, tea and everything. I was talking about tea earlier, and everything that said it helps shrink fibroids and herbs. That's why you haven't shrunk the fibroids, time. That's why you haven't shrunk, because I tell you guys, there's not one thing that can help you get rid of fibroids. It's an entire lifestyle change. You have to get to the root cause of the problem. Y'all got to stop believing everything in the bottle gets rid of fibroids. No, there's not. If it says it's one tea or one supplement that get rid of fibroids, I'm sorry, no. Some of you guys have large fibroids. Y'all should know better. How is this tea going to help you get rid of a 10 centimeter fibroid? How? I'm not saying that teas are bad. I'm not saying that, these little teas and things like that, herbs they're great, right? But you have to use them while getting to the root cause of the problem, while doing the real work. You know why the teas are attractive to us? Because, we can still keep our bad habits and eat our bad diet and live our horrible lifestyle and take a tea and everything will go away. Y'all got to stop with this microwave healing crap. You got to do the real work and stop playing around. I once purchased metformin, baby aspirin, vitamin D, the metformin. Metformin strips your gut of nutrients. It's so horrible for you. Like, come on now. That's not healing, y'all. That's not healing. That's not healing. There is no medicine that can get rid of fibroids. Y'all got to stop playing around. My program, it actually incorporates you have to change your diet and your entire lifestyle. Get your body out of a state of stress. Heal your hormones, right? Also support your organs, because your organs are overloaded when you have fibroids. We're doing real work. It's not about a tea or a medication. Y'all got to stop playing around with your health. And the reason why my program is so amazing as well, because it doesn't just help you get rid of your fibroids. It improves the health of your entire body. It improves the health of your entire body. Okay, so hold on, do you have a direct link? Yeah, my direct link is in my bio. My direct link is in my bio, Tay. The fibroids came out. I was in severe pain. I think the fibroids came back. Girl, I don't know what you did. Okay, metformin really made you fibroids come out. Okay. Okay, if you say so. I went but I think the fibroids came back. Okay, I don't know what to tell you, hon. Metformin does not get rid of fibroids, right? And baby aspirin. You get into the root cause of the problem. Stop playing around with your health. I went to this doctor, and I think UFE, they supposed to shrink them. They probably came back. Uterine fibroid embolization does not get to the root cause of the problem. So, of course, they're going to come back. As a matter of fact, I did a video on this, that I told not to have this procedure, this painful and dangerous procedure, because it messes around with the blood vessels in your uterus. She had the procedure. Her fibroids shrunk a little bit. It was 6 of them when she had the procedure, but guess what? She developed 10 more fibroids in 2 years. So, when she had the procedure 2 years ago, she had 6 fibroids. Now she has 16. And she has adenomyosis. That's what happens when you play around with your health and you don't get to the root cause of the problem. These procedures, I know it looks, when you have fibroids, I get it. I was there. You just want to get rid of them. You just like, oh my God, like you're suffering, you're going through hell. You just want to get rid of them. You just want to do, so whatever the doctor says, you do it. But this is why I do what I do. You got to do proper research. These things are causing worse health outcomes. and you're growing the fibroids back. So what's the point of going through the pain and agony of having these procedures that do not address the root cause when you're going to grow them back? I'm not telling you what I think. I'm telling you what I know. Okay? So, I've been on here for an hour. I didn't plan on being here that long because this is our second live stream of the day, by the way. We start the 6-week womb healing experience tomorrow. Okay? If you want more information about our 6-week womb healing experience, the link is in my bio. If you're watching me from the US, which I know some of you guys are all over the world, you guys, if you're watching me from the US, it is it's 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Now, from now to midnight, there's plenty of time for you to read to see if it's the 6-week womb healing experience is for you, and come on in. If you have a question, send me a DM, send me an email. If you've read through the description, if you have a question about it, do your research. Scroll through our TikTok, scroll through our YouTube, look at our testimonials, and if you're ready to come on, okay? And you're gonna see real client testimonials, right? And sometimes some of them are like screenshots. Some of them are in their own words, actual video testimonials, right? Now, does everybody want to do a video testimonial? No, because a lot of my clients are like, I don't want to be on camera. I don't want to. Everybody do know I have fibroids. I want to be anonymous. That's totally fine. But the ones that actually want to be on camera, I'm like, let's do it, because women, if they don't see people talking about this, they're not going to believe that it's a truth, because a lot of you guys have tried everything. And it's like, oh my God, you start to believe that there's nothing that can get rid of fibroids naturally. And that's not true. But I'm not going to sell you a pill. I'm not going to sell you a tea. I'm not going to sell you a gimmick. I'm going to tell you it takes work. And you have to be ready to do the work. You have to be committed and disciplined. But guess what? It can be done. And this is why I guide you along the way to make it a lot easier. Direct me to your video. Go to the link go to my page. Go to our pinned post. Go scroll through my page, thick and thickness. Scroll. But also look at our pinned videos first, and then start scrolling. Tons of videos. I actually have, if you go to my, you should see client testimonials. There's a tab there under the bio as well. I'm in Sierra Leone. How can you work on mine? I have clients all over the world. I have clients in the UK. I've had clients in New Zealand. I've had clients in Australia. I've had clients in Canada. I've had clients in the Caribbean. I've even had clients in Africa and Kenya. Okay, I have clients all over the world. I work virtually with women. So I'm currently in Spain, living in Spain. So majority of my clients are from the States. Yes. All right. Any other questions before I go? I gotta go, y'all. But come on in, this 6-week womb healing experience. Don't go in 2026 with these same fibroids and suffering. Don't go into 2026 with these same fibroids and still suffering. Don't do that to yourself. Some of you guys have been having fibroids for many years. It's time to heal. It's time to get to the root cause of the problem, and it's time for you to do the real work and stop playing around. Okay? A tea ain't gonna do it. A supplement's not gonna do it. You gotta do the real work. Getting to the root cause of the problem. Thank you, but I'm clicking on the bio and I don't see your page. What are you talking about? You're watching me. I don't get it. I'm in Spain. I'm from the US, but I'm living in Spain right now. For now. Not forever. For now. Click on the profile picture. It's gonna take you to my page. You look at the bio, you're gonna see the link. Okay? And some people, it's only on TikTok where I get the question, how do you get to the link and how do you get to the bio? I'm gonna just say, just type it in Google. I don't know what to tell you. Only on TikTok I will get that question. It's so weird. It's so weird to me. So weird. Okay, y'all. Love you guys. Thank you for being here with me. I hope you learned a lot today. If you came in the middle of this live stream, if you came in the middle, everybody, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you're watching me from TikTok, subscribe to our YouTube channel. I will not be on TikTok forever. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. The link is in my bio. Okay, you can watch the full video that I just went over. If you came in the middle on YouTube, the live stream section, it's gonna be called the fibroid surgery manipulation. Okay, I'm gonna call it the manipulation fertility tactic. Okay, That's what we were talking about earlier. Fibroids and fertility. How they dangle the fibroid surgery over your head, lying to you, telling you this is the only way you can get pregnant is having this surgery. That's not true. Okay? We broke that down earlier. I'm losing my voice. This is the second time I was live today. Okay? All right, y'all. That's it. Good night from me. Get in the 6-week womb healing experience if you want to work with me. Okay? And you're ready to get rid of your fibroids. Okay? The link is in my bio. I can work with women all over the world. If you want more information about it, click the link in my bio. Get on our email list as well. YouTube, the link is in my description box to get on my email list. TikTok, the link is in my bio to get on my email list. Okay? Have a good night, everyone. Bye.